Hi, and welcome to our walkthrough video for our 2018 Roadtrek CS Adventurous, built on the Mercedes Sprinter chassis. You're going to want to check your tires before you leave. Make sure that inflation is good. Should look about like that, 40 psi max. This door, whenever it opens, this step will come sliding out. So the step goes sliding in and out. If you want to leave it permanently out, that's the switch right here on the door. You can turn that on. It'll leave it permanently out unless you go driving away, in which case it will automatically come back in for safety purposes. There is a net in the compartment up there that attaches to here if you want to have a net to keep bugs from coming in when you have the door open. Let's take a cruise through the back here. We've got a lot of things you will need to know back here. A little Swiffer to clean the floor with. These are leveling blocks. There are 10 of those, so you can level in a campsite. You can use your phone as a level to see if you're level or not. You basically can drive the tires up onto those things. We have 3 storage bins back here with various materials that are going to be important. We'll come back to some of this. But for example, the power cords are in here. So if you want to plug into electrical, there is a 30-foot power cord, an adapter if you're plugging into like your house, so a regular 120 volt outlet. When you plug in at the campground, use a surge protector here. Won't need that today. And then there's another 30-foot cord in here, so you got plenty of cord. In case you need this is a little plunger for the toilet. It hasn't been used, so I'm putting my hands on it. That's pretty much what's in this first one, and I'll keep the plug out so you can see a little bit more on that. In this next one, we have mostly tools. So I keep some pliers, wire snippers, X-Acto blade there. Your power tools are a ratchet and a drill. And then your freshwater hose there, the white, an extra extension cord, gloves if you're cleaning out the, using anything messy, but also cleaning out the sewage. A water regulator, if you're going to hook up to water at your campsite, you'll want to put this regulator on in line with the hose here to make sure you don't overload the system. And there is a little small power inflator compressor that I just checked the tires with, but you can inflate your tires there with that. Okay, and in our last bin, come on, seatbelt in the way. We have chucks, so you want to put those behind your wheels, especially if you're on a hill, but that's important. Jumper cables and a multimeter. This is, yes. And troubleshooting goes on. There's that. So all your essentials back here. That's the inverter. You should not need to mess with that. As present, you can see that there's netting on the back here. This zips up or down. You can take it off if you want, but that's similar to the netting that goes on the other doors. So I'll come back to this electrical power. You've got a tow hitch. It's included. The backup camera is up there. A little extra storage. Actually, if I don't need to show that, let's see. This is the outdoor shower. There's a on the keychain. Oh, my neck. There's this key. And there's your little outdoor shower. So use that. Important to note, in each of these side storage compartments, we're on the driver's side. This is where you're going to find the spare tire if you need to get to that. The spare tire's there, and this is the electrical outlet. Plug into shore power, either at the house here or at the campground. Again, remember to use that surge protector if you're at the campground. And this is a 30 volt, not a 50 or 30 amp, not 50 amp. So this is where you can have these little knobs here that you can turn up and keep your door open. Both sides have that. This is the macerator and emptying out your gray and your black tanks. So the process for cleaning out your tanks when they get full is you always want to do your black tank first. So you would, this comes out as this long hose, and that would go into the dump station. Put your gloves on before you do this. And open the valve here. You pull this for your black tank, and then you would turn the macerator on, which it is right behind the driver's side door here. In the driver's seat, underneath the driver's seat, this is the macerator. So you push this button, and what that does is pumps the water or the sewage out of the black tank or gray tank, and it chops it up. So it liquefies it basically into solids. So you don't need the big heavy hose and the just gravity field that pushes it actually out with the pump. So you do your black tank first until that's done pushing out, and then you move to your gray tank, and so it cleans out the hose with your gray tank water. And again, pull the gray tank, push the black tank back in here, the black one, pull the gray one, and run the macerator again, and it'll again pump out. And then when you're done with that, make sure they're both closed before you ever take off. And this is this knob here is just in case it gets stuck and gummed up and the macerator's not turning. You can try to loosen any stuff that gets stuck in there with that. This just pushes back in here, sits up right on top of there, so it's nice and tight. And this is where you plug in your cable if you're going to be at a campground where it's got cable. Actually, not even sure I have we never use it because we've got internet and Roku on that device back there. So I'm not sure I even have cable anywhere in the van. But if they supply one, you can plug your cable in right there. So that locks down. Just real quick, the engine release is down underneath right in here. Sorry, the hood release, so I can pull the hood up. And I think the only interesting thing in the engine compartment is if you have to get it jumped, that is not the battery for the engine. That's a kicker battery for the house in the back. So if you're gonna have it jumped, it uses this red positive terminal right here. So push that back there, and you can put your black on this little knob here. So if it needs to actually get jumped, that's where you get it jumped. DEF fluid should only drop to halfway. You fill it up with DEF, make sure that is only DEF in there, diesel exhaust fluid. You're not putting anything else. Don't put diesel in there, it's for DEF fluid only. This is obviously water, windshield wiper fluid, etc. Gas, filling up with gas. There's one more thing. The gas tank is, again, on the driver's side right here. You can't open it with the door shut, right? So now they can't go and try to siphon your gas off. You have the door open, then you can open it, and this is your diesel. Make sure you are putting diesel in. Please do not put in regular gas, otherwise it will ruin the engine. Diesel only. Okay, let's go inside here a little bit and teach you a little bit about the electronic system. So Up in this is the front cabin. Newly put in new batteries, new solar power batteries. Here we turn it on, we can see there's two batteries, left and a right. They're both at 13.5 volts. These are the on-off switches here. If you're gonna sit for a couple days and not plugged into solar power, or not plugged into shore power, and maybe don't need power on, you can turn these off so they don't drain. But normally we'll just have these on. I'm ready to go. Shouldn't need anything else on this panel necessarily, except turning those on and off. It has to be reset. That's a little reset button right on the bottom there. But you can see, what each cell is doing, and the amperage. If you're actually drawing some power, you would see the amperage on. All right, now we don't have anything on. Over here, this is the battery voltage for the whole system. We're at 13.4. This disconnect you would use if you want to just turning the batteries off and not having it connected. This is the water pump that you need if you're going to flush the toilet, you're going to run the sink. Any of those things need the water pump on. So you can hear it a little bit when I turn it on. And this is the patio light outside here. Turns these on right here. Off and on. The inverter, what you need to know about this is that it pretty much stays off all the time, off here. It's the remote switch for the inverter, unless you're plugged into shore power. So for shore power, to power all the AC inside, you need to have the inverter on. So you can see that the little green, the inverter's on right now. If you're plugged into shore power, this will be on. And so that needs to be on if you're plugged into shore power to power the back. Each of these, so most of this runs on DC, but you do need the inverter on. And if you use any of these plugs, like this is the kitchen area here, if you want to use any of these plugs like this, the induction stove, you've got to turn this on, or the Insta-Hot here. This little Insta-Hot thing, it says stove, Insta-Hot. These plugs all have to get turned on with this inverter here, and then you can run, this all does 120 AC. So you might make sure to be plugged into shore power if you're going to do any, things like the air conditioner, the microwave, that kind of stuff. It drains the batteries really fast. Let's see. These lights here above they're DC, so you just touch them on and off. That's how those go on and off. The fridge will be on, but decent size, nothing special. Freezer, fridge. Garbage can back behind here. This is the table that goes right here. I'll show you how to set that up. This is the screen, the cover for the front window. It goes over there, and then up inside this cabinet. All these cabinets work by pushing this button, and then you can lift them up. So up here we have, just to lock in a little bit. We have just an extra blanket for whatever, just to stay warm. And then these are the side window shades. That front window one is right there, and then there's two side window ones. They have a little there, P for passenger side. The other one will have a D for drivers. So you know which one is which. Also up inside here, it'd be good to know that all your manuals. So there's this little briefcase here. All your manuals are inside here. If you need to research something, best is probably just to give me a call. But if you need to research something, it's in here. There's a little bit of extra plumbing tubing. There's an extra belt for the alternator. This is all the Sprinter question marks, how to use that. And then the Roadtrek stuff's in there too. So that's important to know. There's an extra shading. I don't think they use that. What that is. I'll toss that stuff. In here, we've got nice chairs. The swivel, let me show you that. These both swivel, both captain's chairs swivel with this knob down here. I think the way to get it to swivel is to move it up forward as far as possible, and then hard to do this while holding the phone. Oh, I guess as far back as possible. All the way back. Now I can swivel. Ooh, that's not... Oh, okay, yeah, forward. There we go. Get that all turned around so that you can set the table up and just be able to sit here and have all these 3 seats facing the same way with a table in the center to eat or whatever you want. All right. What else do you know? It's important to know these buttons up here. This is you get the alarm set off. If you turn that off and you have the door shut within 5 seconds, then the alarm will not be on. But if you don't hit that, then the alarm's on and you could be inside and you're setting it off. So I'll probably cover that a little bit more. If it's going to get towed, you want to make sure to turn off that so the doesn't screw the differential or something like that. What do you need to know up here? Basically, temperature, fan, recirculation, AC. This is the vents setup, defrost. This is stupid paperclip. Seat warmers, defrost, your hazard lights. This is again lock and unlock. Lane assist you can turn off if you want. Just these little alarms. There's a USB plug that goes in here. It comes out. We have Apple CarPlay on here, so you plug in right here, and Apple CarPlay will show up on there. You shouldn't really have to worry about this. Is your lights, auto, off, on. Your windshield wiper, your turn signals, your lights are all on here. There's your cruise control up here. Otherwise, that's kind of what you need to know in the compartment. These lights up here just turn on and off by pushing them. These are all the settings for the lights up here. This is the awning, the electric awning that is outside here on the roof. In fact, I can show you how that works. Coming out now. Okay, so the important part to know is how to pull these out. You just kind of have to, it's gonna be hard to do with one hand. Oh, do I have to? All right, so once you disconnect it from there, you get this up here. You get a little bit scared, pull it down, open it up, and where these go is they attach right here. Just put that in, slide that sucker up. secure there. That's locked down, and you do that on both sides. So to get that off, you just lift up, lift this back open, and do that. That allows it to slide up. Latch it again, and let's see, it goes this way. One hand is this. No. I just learned something on this, that you can unlatch so you can slide these, and that slides this in, and the way to hold this in is to go under that little screw right there. So you get it up there, you get it hooked to that screw, and then you can close the system off so it's not, or close the lever off so it can't stretch out anymore. It's not what we did for the back one, but that's probably what should be done for that back one. And then I can perfect. Okay, microwave, you can figure that out. We've got cups and glasses up in here. Make sure these are locked when you're driving. Got plates, some bowls, some coffee mugs, or plastic cups in here. A little coffee maker. These probably need to be replaced, but dish soap and hand soap. There, the way the sink works is you get a little surface area. You can lift this up there. There should be water since the filter's on right now. This is the hot water. This actually goes through a secondary filter, so if you want drinking water, there's cold here and instant hot. So this will get really hot fast if you need hot water for soup or tea or something like that. There's an instant hot pot under here. You have to, this is an induction cooking stove, so you have to have an induction pan, which we do have in here for you. This is kind of like the everything drawer. So you just find some flashlights, remote control for the TV. There's a level back there, a Sharpie, bottle opener, chip clips, all kinds of stuff in there. Under the sink here, we should have some various accessories, a little vacuum there, a little broom, dustpan. There's the wipes, the Swiffer, bags. Over here we've got a drawer with utensils and knives and napkins. This is a strainer, cutting board, all kinds of accessories there. Here's your pan. It goes with induction, some measuring cups, a couple storage containers, a salad bowl kind of thing. And down here should be linens, bath towels, dish towels, washcloths. There's a little pantry here. Hopefully we'll stock it with some coffee for you. Some things in here like when you're done with the holding tank, or it starts to smell, you toss one of these in the toilet and flush it down. We've got some digested. You shouldn't have to worry about that. We'll take care of that at the end of the trip. Some bath-free sponges, some toilet paper back here for you. This is a little use this digestive with. All right. What else might be up here? That's just more storage. This is important to know, this is the bathroom. So the way this works is there's a little lever down here that locks into place down through the bottom of the door. So to unlock this, you just lift it up, and you can, there's a little screw right there that can hold it in place while you have it open. And then these doors open. There could be a light in here. I'll turn the light on. This is the shower. Kind of doesn't stay too well when you're driving around, but you have a sink in here also. Again, that's just because the filter's on. There's a little drawer here with some soap in it. This is actually the heater, one of the vents for the heaters. This is the shower curtain. So if you're gonna shower, this just it comes out, goes across over here. You kind of have the door, you can just leave it open like this, or you can use this latch on this side. So this little manual latch here goes to this hook, and that props them open kind of about like this, which gives you some space to be inside there, either going to the bathroom or taking a shower. The way this shower works is you're going to pull up on this to start the shower, and then this actually turns it on and off. It's like you don't want to save water, you turn it off when you're not using it, and then just turn it back on there without having to mess with the nozzles. You can hang your towels up here when they're needing to dry. Whatever else you need inside these storage areas. There is a little plug down there to plug the drain pan, so make sure to turn that on and off as necessary. All right. Guess I'm doing that again. All right. The air conditioner is controlled with this vent on the left-hand side over here. So that you power on there. It's set for 68 now. Let's see. Probably turn it down pretty low to get it to go on. Mode high. Cool. It's cold out right now, so I don't know if we'll get it to go on. Maybe I can force it on. Yeah, we'll see. There it goes. Just took a second. Air conditioner coming on. There's various vents on here. On here travel different directions. Let's see if I get that back off. Pushing the mode button there. It'll go off in just a sec. We also have two little tables here. So this back bench seat. There's a table here that pulls out. There's a table here. If you got the bed down, there's a little flap comes out down there. You got another surface right there. The way all these shutters work is what is that? You got, oh yeah, they just pull, you put your fingers in this thing here, and you pull this down. It does one shade to still let some light through, and then kind of like a blackout shade here as you pull down. So then you want to come up. No, you got it all dark. You want to come up, you just lift the one up and get your fingers down here, the second one up. So that's how all these shades work. And they have both the blackout and the regular shade. Great. We have some Again, some lights back here. We have a DC outlet, so this runs all the time. You can pull this thing out if you want, but we charge our phones in these DC, so there's a USB adapter. You'll find various adapters, either USB or USB-C throughout the van. It's really hard to get in and out of there, but gotta get there. This little remote is for this fan here. So this is a nice exhaust fan. Where I push the button on here, and it just opens itself up. Turn itself on. It's actually kind of temperature controlled, so it's going to try to cool it down in here. You see it slowed down because I turned it down. But then I can, so it's on auto right now. You can adjust it to manual, and I turned it off, and it's just going to shut itself. You can drive with that up. It's nice to bring fresh air in, all automatic there. As far as the heater goes and the hot water heater, that's on this system here. So you have it on, turn on the power right here to the Aldi system, and go to the menu. So right now the temperature's set for 64 degrees. There's water temperature. It's kind of medium level. I can get it even hotter if I turn it up there. Basically what will happen now is, since it's on, if it is colder than 64, the diesel heater will turn on, and it basically consumes some of the diesel gas, turns on and heats up. There's a radiant system through the floor, as well as that radiator I showed you earlier in the bathroom, as well as radiator down here that heats the van. So the floor heats that, and what you can do is you can actually, so right now it runs with only diesel, but you can also, if you're plugged into shore power, you don't want to use your electricity, you can turn on that it'll heat by electric also. Just use the shore power to heat. That's probably all you should need to know about this. If you're not needing the heater, this also is the water heater, so it's the air heater as well as the water heater for the shower and the sink. So you turn that off so you don't use electricity when you're not plugged in. You don't use your battery up when you're not plugged in, but turn that on if you're on shore power. Then when you're done and you're driving and everything, you don't need it on, you can just turn the power off there and turn the diesel heater off. This comes out and turns into a bed. So the way that works is with this little switch here. You can see that this just starts folding down. So that'll end up laying flat. You can pull the seat belts through to the other side. I won't do it all. No, well, I'll just do this. This goes down flat. And then under one of these two sides will be a piece that comes out. And goes right in the center here. You can see that sees right in the center here, and then these come down. These can just come in the center, and these go down on the sides here. And you basically have, push this down here. Now you have a king-size bed that we outfit with sheets and mattress pad, etc. So that's how you make up the bed. Okay, let's see, tables. You can see right there. Oh, put the bed up, sorry. It's so dark. You can see right there is a spot for a table mount. The table pedestals are in this closet right here. You got some of your hanging stuff. You can see that there's two table. Let me turn one of these lights on here. You can see that there's a table leg right there. So whether you're gonna put it down here, you can see there's kind of a little key that attaches into that. Okay, so make sure that key gets out a little bit from the bottom. You just twist it, it comes out. And then that inserts in here, and you can turn this top until it's tight. And then there's your table that will just go on top of that. It goes out, goes here, and you can, there's a second one to put it in front. But we use this table the most. Again, same situation here. Goes in, screw it tight. I probably didn't get it in there enough. Yeah. Make sure that's there, good. And then I didn't do it enough. I didn't have it open enough, so got to get it far enough away so that it latches. Okay, so yeah, see, nice, good and far enough away there. And then it goes down, turn it, now I can feel it. Now, yeah, just screw it down a little bit, and then you can see this table for the front is right here. Move these little knobs away. And trying to do all this one-handed is a challenge. And the table just sits right on top. Spin it, and you can see when these two seats are turned around in front, it just creates a nice little area that you can dine on, have your coffee in the morning, whatever you want. All right, let's see what's left here. I think this is just more storage. There's a backpack in there, solar inverter in there, more storage, clothes inside there, extra bedding back here, some pillows. If you want to turn these disco lights on, they turn on right there, and you get nice little disco lights on each side. One up there. This is all the electronics stuff. So there's a fan if it gets really hot that charges up, plugs in. There's a little power pack thing. A router that runs T-Mobile. So that you got your cable going to the TV here. We've got a if you can just run DC, this has got a couple extra DC outlets on it that you can do charging. There's some USB C and USB B available there. There's another outlet for 120. And if you want to have the rear speakers playing what's on the front coming from the cab, then you can have this on automotive. You can have the rear speakers off, or you can just have surround sound that's coming from the Blu-ray player. We do have a Roku right up here above the Blu-ray player, and there's a Roku remote somewhere, so that so that'll connect in to whatever your phone, or to this wireless Wi-Fi network. If you have this on and you've got T-Mobile service nearby, then that'll run the Roku device. I think that might be about it. You can call us at 510-386-8318 if there are any issues.